occupants began throwing stolen items out of the windows. The vehicle then continued northbound on 65, reaching speeds of 110 miles an hour. The vehicle continued to the 58-mile marker in Horse Cave, where it exited and then re-entered 65 in the southbound lanes. The vehicle continued southbound where it exited 65 at the 28-mile marker on the US 31W South. 24-year-old Jewel Williams of Savannah, Georgia was driving the truck. He then lost control of it, striking a light pole and overturning near the 3100 block of 31W. Williams exited the vehicle, fled the scene on foot. He was apprehended shortly after. A passenger, Ann Rennick, age 48, of Canby, Oregon, was transported to the medical center in Bowling Green. Rennick was also transported to the medical center. Williams was also transported to the medical center. He was treated and released. He was later lodged in the Warren County Regional Jail. A second passenger, 26-year-old Charles Hawkins of Florida, was initially taken to the medical center, later flown to Skyline Medical Center in Nashville for serious but non-life-threatening injuries. Williams was charged with 3 counts of tampering with physical evidence, receiving stolen property, 4 counts of wanton endangerment first degree on a police officer, along with several traffic-related charges. State police were assisted by the Police Interdiction Team, KSP Post 3, and the Warren County Sheriff's Office. Around 3:30 Wednesday afternoon, Officer Stephen Fields with Glasgow Police saw a black Chevy pickup truck on East Main Street cross the center line and then swerve back into the right-hand lane. The driver didn't appear to be wearing a seatbelt. A traffic stop was conducted, and Officer Stephen Fields noted he could smell marijuana as he approached the truck. He asked the driver, 26-year-old Brittany Lee Veal of Canmore, to exit the vehicle. She didn't give consent to search. When asked if she was in possession of anything illegal, Veal gave Officer Fields a bag of marijuana, later weighing a little over 32 grams. In Veal's jacket pocket, Fields also found $30, and inside the bills was wrapped a small bag of meth. According to the citation, Veal admitted ownership of the marijuana, but not of the meth. She was arrested, lodged in the Barron County Detention Center on 1 count of possession of marijuana, 1 count of possession of a controlled substance, and drug paraphernalia. Would you like to give veterans a gift that can only cost a little time and would help many? Well, the gift you can give is to volunteer to be a driver for the Veterans Transportation Network with DAV Chapter 20 of Glasgow. They're a coordinating organization in South Central Kentucky. Drivers are needed to take veterans to doctor's appointments in the Louisville and Nashville area. You get to spend time with veterans, providing an opportunity to hear their stories. You get to visit with them from many areas while the VA get to visit with veterans from many areas while at the VA facility and provided much-needed company to these veterans. If you're interested, you can contact DAV Chapter 20 Commander Mike Wilson at 502-780-3245 or 270-579-2525. Right now, it is 6:13 a.m., 33 degrees.
At U.S. Bank, just picture what you can do with a low home equity rate. Hook up a
Nothing comes before coffee.
How can I help you, gentlemen?
That's why we're introducing a whole new line of espresso drinks from McCafe.
Do you drop your change in the bottom of your purse? Did you know that loose change could help someone struggling to pay their electric bill? The Glasgow EPB has partnered with Community Relief for a new roundup program. By agreeing to have your EPB bill rounded to the next highest dollar, the change will be provided to Community Relief to help the less fortunate here in our community. Your spare pennies can make a huge difference for those struggling to pay for their vital electricity. If you're interested in the program, please call the Glasgow EPB at 651-8341.
Legendberry Do-It Center is Glasgow's only locally owned hardware store, and that means a lot to me. Legendberry's has been in business for over a
In more local news, in local 911 activity, there was a motor vehicle accident with injury on North Ray Street yesterday, just after noon. Glasgow Fire, EMS, and Glasgow Police responded. And there was a house fire late yesterday evening on Wall Street in Cave City. Cave City Fire, the Heistville Volunteer Fire Department, Park City, and Cave City, along with Barron Medcalf EMS, responded. The laws include new leasing. Let's try this one more time. Three Kentucky lawmakers are receiving special recognition today. State Representative Melinda Gibbons-Prunty, Senator Ralph Alvarado, and Senator Will Schroeder will be given the Champions for Justice Award at the Ending Sexual Assault and Domestic Violence Conference in Lexington. Deputy Director of the Kentucky Coalition Against Domestic Violence, Mary O'Doherty, says the trio championed legislation this year on behalf of survivors of sexual and domestic violence.
There were a lot of issues competing for their attention, and we greatly appreciate that they decided to use their platform to help survivors of sexual and domestic violence.
Senate Bill 86 was added to Prunty's bill by Alvarado that requires mandatory education and referrals for all survivors of intimate partner violence. Schroeder sponsored SB 224, allowing people more time to bring civil actions against their abusers after a sexual assault. Rechtenwald contends the wave of high-profile sexual abuse allegations is helping victims in Kentucky find their voice.
They understand what is needed and they step up. We're very happy about that.
The laws went into effect on June 29th. And a former Kentucky State Board of Elections staff member who said his termination this week was in retaliation for accusing the Secretary of State's office of improperly gathering voter information during his campaign is now suing. The Lexington Herald-Leader reports former assistant to the director Matthew Self filed a lawsuit against the board Wednesday, alleging the state's whistleblower statute was violated by his firing. He said the board and the Secretary of State, Allison Lonergan Grimes, knew he'd filed formal complaints alleging mismanagement and potential violations of law. The lawsuit says Self was subjected to retaliation and reprisal. Grimes spokesman Bradford Queen said the accusations were politically motivated. Grimes is the chair of the board and a Democrat. Self is a Republican. Self and Executive Director Marilyn Allen were both fired back in October. And ag economists say farm income in Kentucky's rebounded from 2016 levels, but remains well below record figures earlier in the decade. The University of Kentucky's ag economist on Thursday predicted 2017 farm cash receipts to reach $5.6 billion. That's about a 3.5% increase from last year. They're also forecasting a modest increase in net farm income, which is the amount left after expenses. UK ag economist Will Snell says this year's improvements were fueled by a higher crop yield, better livestock prices, and a fairly stable input cost. The economists are forecasting slightly higher ag cash receipts for Kentucky next year, assuming a normal growing season. They say poultry remains Kentucky's top ag commodity. The UK forecasts are a fixture at the Kentucky Farm Bureau's annual meeting in Louisville. And EPA Chief Scott Pruitt found a friendly audience in Kentucky as he lambasted an Obama-era clean water rule. Pruitt told the Kentucky Farm Bureau audience Thursday the rule aimed at protecting small streams and wetlands from development and pollution was an example of federal overreach. He said the rule tried to redefine the Clear Water Act to cover puddles, dry creeks, and drainage ditches. President Donald Trump's environmental chief drew applause from the farm group as he said the rule was being fixed, and the replacement rule is coming out next year. Pruitt also praised Trump's decision to pull out of the Paris climate deal and said it's crazy not to use the nation's natural resources, including coal. Kentucky, of course, is one of the nation's top coal producers. With WCLU Local News, I'm Angela Briggs at 6:19 a.m., 33 degrees.
The new Who will be the future face of Pettigo Lessenberry? Through expert analysis, we've confirmed their potential. With intense training, we've prepared them for any occurrence. We've taken their strengths and made them stronger. Now it's time to see what they're made of. Presenting the future face of ISU Pettigo Lessenberry Insurance.
Hello, I'm Jared Persley.
And I'm Daniel Bird.
And we're more than prepared to serve you here at ISU Pettigo Lessenberry Insurance.
Growing with a proud community since 1902.
Hello.
That'll be $349.07. Sir, I can't take that, and that's only about $120 anyway.
But the Magic Man pays 3 times face value at Glasgow Coin and Jewelry. Watch this.
We can make that happen.
Top dollar guaranteed.
Not to be confused with Magic Mike.
At Fire Pit Spirits, our #1 priority is responsibility. Number 2 and number 3 are our great service and our huge selection. So if you do drink alcohol, we want you to do so responsibly. Get the service you deserve in our store or in our convenient drive-through window. You can even call ahead at 678-BEER and we'll have it ready for you. We built our store from the ground up to ensure the largest selection and variety. But if we don't have what you're looking for, let us know. We appreciate your business here at Fire Pit Spirits in Glasgow.
TJ Regional Health offers a vast array of medical services in our community. The TJ Health Pavilion is home to over 35 family
2017 farm cash receipts will reach $5.6 billion. That would be a 3.5% increase from last year. They're also forecasting a modest increase in net farm income. Economists say this year's improvements are fueled by higher crop yields, better livestock prices, and fairly stable input costs. They're forecasting slightly higher agricultural cash receipts for Kentucky in 2018, assuming a normal growing season. Poultry remains Kentucky's top agricultural commodity. I'm Will Clark.
A lawsuit filed against Secretary of State Allison Lundergan Grimes by a former staff member. Matthew Self claims he was fired in retaliation for accusing the office of improperly gathering voter information. Former U of L basketball coach Rick Pitino files a breach of contract lawsuit against the school's athletics association.
The lawsuit alleges U of L had no legally justified cause to fire Pitino in October. The former coach maintains he played no part in a scheme to funnel money to a recruit. The suit also alleges U of L fired Pitino without providing him a required 10-day advance notice and opportunity to be heard. Pitino's lawsuit is seeking just under $40 million.
That's Paul Miles reporting. I'm Ed Huckleberry.
This is the Kentucky News Network.
Specialty Physicians, Outpatient Services Center, the TJ Urgent Care, and the TJ Pavilion Pharmacy. The TJ Health Cave City Clinic is a walk-in medical care facility providing care 7 days a week with no appointment necessary. Stop by and visit one of our locations today.
You're watching WCLU's Live and Local Morning Show on all your favorite social media platforms, WCLUradio.com and EPB Channel 6.
You need our determination, our honesty, our compassion.
You're going to need the next generation of leaders to face the challenges the future will bring.
And we promise we'll be there when you need us.
Today, 4-H is growing the next generation of leaders. Support us at 4h.org.
South Central Kentucky Monuments in Glasgow wants you to know that if you've recently lost a loved one or if you're thinking about a pre-need monument, they're here to make the process as stress-free as possible. With plenty of examples and a multitude of custom options, South Central Kentucky Monuments has the ability to offer you exactly what you want or help steer you in the right direction based on your preferences. Let my friends David, Jerry, and Adam Jesse provide the service and craftsmanship you deserve. To learn more, visit southcentralkymonuments.com.
624 WCLU, temperature reading of 33 degrees. There's some light fog reported in the area. Be aware of that. Watch out for some quick patches of fog as you're making your travels this morning. A little windshield scraping advisory out there, too. If you parked outside, well, you need to plan on clearing your windshield. Take a little time to do that. In area funeral announcements this hour, Jared Ryan King, age 36, of Monticello, died Wednesday at his residence. He was born in Barron County to Kermit King and Rhonda Scott King, who survived. He worked in construction and was employed by J.R. Knight. In addition to his parents, he is survived by a son, Owen Mason King of Linden, North Carolina, one brother, Jason King of Glasgow, and an ex-wife, Brittany Henderson of Linden, North Carolina. Funeral services for Jared Ryan King will be Sunday at 1 at Strode Funeral Home in Tompkinsville. Burial will be in the Monroe County Memorial Lawn. Visitation from 3 until 8 Saturday and after 8 o'clock Sunday until time for service. Memorial suggested to the Owen King Health Fund. William W. Starr, age 80, of Glasgow, died Tuesday at NHC Healthcare. The Barron County native was retired from the Ford Motor Company in Louisville after 30 years of service. He was a member of the Calvary Baptist Church. He is survived by his wife of 55 years, Sue England Starr, a brother, Ray Starr of Temple Hill, friends Gail Etherton, Lou Shirley, and Mike Etherton, and several cousins. Services for William Starr will be at 2 o'clock on Sunday afternoon at the A.F. Crow and Son Funeral Home. Burial will be in the Glasgow Municipal Cemetery. Visitation will be Saturday from 2 until 8 and Sunday morning until time for service. Funeral services for Margaret Violet Stotler, age 79, of Greendale, Indiana, now of Glasgow, will be at 1 o'clock today at the Hatcher and Sadler Funeral Home. Burials to be in the Glasgow Municipal Cemetery. Funeral services for Robert Bubby Holly, age 66, of Horse Cave, will be today at 1:30 at the Wynn Funeral Home. Burial to follow in the Houck Cemetery. Russell Howard Austin, age 92, of Glasgow, died at his residence on Thursday. At this hour, arrangements for Russell Howard Austin are incomplete, but will be announced later by the Hatcher and Sadler Funeral Home. Services for Edna Drusilla Gilly, age 86, of the Wisdom Community, will be at 1 o'clock today at the Butler Funeral Home in Edmonton. Burial in the Smith Cemetery. Services for Myrtle Susie Bullington, age 96, of Bowling Green, will be today at 11 o'clock at the Hardy & Son Bowling Green Chapel. Burial will follow in the Fairview Cemetery. Obituary information is available 24 hours a day free at WCLUradio.com. No login is necessary.
At PBI Bank, we pride ourselves on providing great customer service with a hometown feel. We invite you to come in and meet our friendly staff who can help you apply for a mortgage, apply for an ag loan, open an account, or help with any other banking service. Trust PBI Bank to be your banking partner for personal or business accounts. Come visit or call us today. We are a Kentucky-based community bank serving the Commonwealth for more than a century. Stop in or visit online at pbibank.com to learn more about what we can offer you.
628 and 33 degrees. Let's turn to local sports. The Glasgow boys basketball team will open its season tonight in the second game of a girl-boy doubleheader against Greenwood at Scotty Gym. That'll be at 6 o'clock tonight. Joe Myers, Larry Alexander, and Bruce Tribune will have the broadcast of both games starting at 5:50 on Light 102.3 on WCLU 1490, online at WCLUradio.com or play WCLU.com. In other girl-boy doubleheaders, Barron County hosts South Warren, Monroe County plays at Medcalf County, Caverna visits Hart County, and Edmondson County goes to Warren East. In boys action, Allen County Scottsville travels to Russellville, and Warren Central welcomes Owensboro Apollo. And that's a check of local sports.
TJ Regional Health offers a vast array of medical services in our community. The TJ Health Pavilion is home to over 35 family and specialty physicians, outpatient services center, the TJ Urgent Care, and the TJ Pavilion Pharmacy. The TJ Health Cave City Clinic is a walk-in medical care facility providing care 7 days a week with no appointment necessary. Stop by and visit one of our locations today.
You're watching WCLU's live and local morning show on all your favorite social media platforms, WCLUradio.com and EPB Channel 6.
Would you like to choose when you pay your electric bill? With EPB iPay, you can. iPay allows you to draft money into your electric account online or at our office. The myusage.com website lets you keep track of how much electricity you're using and lets you know your current balance. When your account's getting low, you can get reminders to add more money to your electric account by text or email. With iPay, there's no due date, no late fees. Sign up for iPay at the EPB office at 100 Mallory Drive.
Who will be the future face of Pedigo Lessenberry?
I'm looking forward to many more.
All right, it's...
When was the last time you got your Ralphie on? What's getting your Ralphie on, you ask? When you're winning prizes and lighting up the store in the arcade, you're getting your Ralphie on. When you're dancing under the lights on roller skates, you've turned on your inner Ralphies. When you bring your coworkers to bowl in the business league, your office staff has clocked in on Ralphie's time. If you suffer from symptoms such as lack of fun, feeling bored, if you get frequent urges to act like it's your birthday, or if you're just not smiling enough, you need to go to Ralphie's. That's Ralphie's Fun Center in Glasgow. A great place for any party, event, field field trip, or church group, get your Ralphie on.
Well, you see, that means that I had things out of order here on the first day of December. The first thing we got to do is tell you who's celebrating birthdays here as we approach the weekend, and got a lot of nice folks here on the list already. In fact, I've been doing a lot of juggling, shuffling, making sure I got everybody taken care of, but I think I do. Today, it's Linda Dixon's birthday here on December the 1st. We also have Patricia Pickett celebrating. Allie Farrell with a birthday. We've got a 40 gongaree here. Where is that big 40 gong? It's Crystal Gorbett. Crystal is 40 today. Congratulations. We also have Amber Jones. Ryan Timothy Scott is 3 today. Tiffany Kearney. Tiffany, your mom called up to wish you a happy birthday. We have Raina Russell. Raina Russell is 12. Morgan Heron is 23 today. We have Andrea Harden. Adriana Smith is, let's see, is it 10? Yes, that's right. Adriana Smith is 10 today. Twin brothers Chris Peaton and Ken Garrett celebrate birthdays today. Happy birthday to twins Chris Peaton and Ken Garrett. Now let's go over here to page 2, Saturday, as it were. It's Jim Phillips with a birthday tomorrow. Trenton Malachi. Christian Solomon is going to be 1. Karen Davis has a birthday on Saturday. And Miss Delcy Wiley is 87 tomorrow. Here's a nice couple. It's Jackie and Shirley Napier with a wedding anniversary tomorrow. And then on Sunday, we've got Tommy Gray, James Smith, Bill Phillips. It's also Debbie Coulter's birthday Sunday. Amanda Brown Wyatt has a birthday on Sunday. And we have an anniversary couple for Sunday. It's Stanley Davis and Tammy Wilson. So congratulations to the Wilsons, Stanley Davis and Tammy, on Sunday. Well, the phones are ringing. We'll get caught up here. 651-9149-800-956-1023. One more birthday there. It's Norma Vance. Very good. I saw that all the way through the window. Norma Vance. Let's get Miss Norma on there today. For sure. We are up to date.
Are you looking for your dream home, or
Expert
perhaps
analysis,
dreaming
we've
of...
confirmed their potential. With intense training, we've prepared them for any occurrence. We've taken their strengths and made them stronger. Now it's time to see what they're made of. Presenting the future face of ISU Pedigo Lessenberry Insurance.
Hello, I'm Jared Pursley. And I'm Daniel Bird. And we're more than prepared to serve you here at ISU Pedigo Lessenberry Insurance, growing with a proud community since 1902.
Lessenberry Do-It Center is Glasgow's only locally owned hardware store, and that means a lot to me. Lessenberry's has been in business for over 100 years. I walk in the store, they know who I am, and I get the help that I need. For me, Lessenberry's is the easiest place for me to shop, simply because it's a local family-owned business, and I feel comfortable when I'm there. And I'm glad there's still a place like that in Glasgow I can go to.
Everyone wants to know when McRib will be back, including Jamie, who shared that you must answer its call.
Jamie, McRib is back. You posted, and we answered.
McRib is back. Answer its call for a limited time, only at McDonald's.
Nothing comes before coffee.
How can I help you, gentlemen?
That's why we're introducing a whole new line of espresso drinks from McCafe.
Hello.
That'll be $349.07. Sir, I can't take that, and that's only about $120 anyway.
But the Magic Man pays 3 times face value at Glasgow Coin and Jewelry. Watch this.
We can make that happen.
Top dollar guaranteed.
Not to be confused with Magic Mike.
Beef.
Okay, let me tell you. Well, I added Miss Norma Vance to today's list. I also needed to add to Sunday's list, welcoming a gentleman into the teens. It's Skylar Moss. Skylar is going to be 13 on Sunday. And we also have Evie Lee Tharp with a birthday on Sunday, too. All righty. Now let's get over here and talk about The Barron County 4-H taking orders for fresh holiday wreaths as a fundraiser. We had a story about that yesterday, and we had a guest with a wreath, showing you how beautiful they were. Well, you have until this coming Tuesday, December the 5th. Wreaths are 16 to 18 inches in size and made with evergreen from fragrant cedar, white pine, holly, spruce, and southern magnolia leaves. Costs $25 per wreath, and with a bow, it's an extra $5. You can pick them up between 2 and 4 on Friday, December the 8th, at the Barron County Extension Office. So I want to make sure that you are aware of that. Saturday, tomorrow, it's Deck the Halls of Highland with the Highland Elementary crew. It's the all-you-can-eat pancake breakfast served from 8 until 10. The cost is $5 for adults and $3 for kids over the age of 3. The vendor marketplace will be held from 8 until noon, featuring local vendors. Other activities include a silent auction, games, and have the photo made with the man and his wife, Santa and Mrs. Claus. That is coming up tomorrow at Highland Elementary. It's 6:36 now, WCLU. I think what we're going to do is we're going to get the archives rolling right here. Yes, indeed. We have a brand new month of archives to talk to you about today. You know, we can't brag enough about the people that do the archive work, including folks like Ms. Gail Berry, Ms. Mary Jones, Mr. Ray Green, and also the folks at the Cultural Center. And we're talking about Sherry Wesley and a lot of volunteers. I've gotten some information here we're going to be sharing with you about some of the activities coming up at the Cultural Center, and it's not going to be a sleepy little place at all. So stand by. We'll get the archives going after we hear from our sponsors, the Tony Hogan Health Clinic and Joseph A. Wade Industrial Hardware Services.
The medical field has advanced tremendously over the last few decades, but for patients, it becomes more and more difficult to get an appointment with your primary care provider. However, the Tony Hogan Health Clinic offers an alternative, more old-fashioned, laid-back approach. So it's no coincidence they're located in the Mars Medical Building, a place that's always been known for its patient-first mentality. Whether it's a walk-in or a scheduled visit, Tony Hogan, nurse practitioner, and his staff are there to make sure you get the treatment you deserve. The Tony Hogan Health Clinic, 270-651-6707. 15,000 inventory items, custom brake hoses while you wait, cylinder repair. Is there anything Joseph A. Wade can't do? Well, one thing's for sure, Joseph A. Wade Incorporated serves a large community of people who believe there's no job they can't do, and that's the same attitude Joseph A. Wade has in their line of work. So for the smallest screws, Allen wrenches, or drill bits, or even a 5-stage hydraulic cylinder measuring 25 feet in length, Joseph A. Wade's motto, no problem. Joseph A. Wade Incorporated, 311 Industrial Drive, Glasgow.
All right, let's see here. What are we going to do archive-wise here today? We're going to check out where we've been, where we came from, and what we're doing. And here we go. Let's roll back the hands of time 100 years to 1917. And the story was in the Republican on the first day of December. 100 years ago, it reads as follows. Christmas is near. Remember our soldier boys. Parker Lucky Curve fountain pens, compact travel cases, service safety razors, stationary Ansco cameras, pocket knives, Bibles, and toilet articles. Come to Leach and Davis Drugstore where you can get all of these things and ship them overseas for our soldier boys for Christmas at the holiday time. That's a pretty neat service to have there at Leach and Davis. All these neat things, and picked them out just for the soldiers. Going to get them over to the boys fighting the First World War. It's pretty interesting to think about that far back, and we didn't know anything then, or we didn't know anywhere near what we were getting into, but we still needed to take care of those boys. 1927, this is an interesting thing to think about. The State Highway Commission has taken over for maintenance the Jackson Highway from the end of the asphalt 7 miles south of town to the beginning of the fill to the bridge in the Barren River area at the Allen County line. This means that the state will drag the road and keep it in as near first-class condition this winter as possible, and then next spring it is hoped the surface will be put on, and then, oh boy, exclamation point. Pretty exciting times, because we're talking about the Jackson Highway. What we're talking about is Highway 31 East South. We're talking about the Scottsville Road. And apparently in 1927, you could get on that road and go until the pavement ran out. The pavement ran out at the county line. And the State Highway Commission was going to take over the maintenance for the rest of it. Can you imagine how bad a shape it can get in if you don't have somebody maintaining it, and you don't even have asphalt to start with. We have come a long ways in 90 years. 1937, this was an interesting observation. Horse and mule prices this year have been the highest since 1920. The supply of work stock is relatively small, and it is thought that good prices will continue for several years. Tractors and trucks continue to replace horses and mules, but at a lower rate than in the past 15 years. Did you understand that story? Tractors and trucks continue to replace horses and mules here in 1937, but hey, for all y'all folks that like it the way it was, it's changing over at a slower pace. Less than a fourth of the farms in 1937 have tractors. We were transitioning for sure there in 1937. 1947, we've got extensive development on the north side. That's the headline reads. Now follow along. J.L. Hatcher has purchased a 125-foot square corner bordering both the North Jackson Highway and the Happy Valley Road, where he plans construction of a large, ultra-modern funeral home. On the adjacent lot on the Happy Valley Road, Mr. and Mrs. W.W. Knuckles are completing plans for a modern restaurant. And adjoining the Hatcher and Sadler lot on the north side, Mr. and Mrs. H.M. Pettigo are completing plans for a 10-room brick duplex. Talk about wild now. That is our corner out here where Hatcher and Sadler Funeral Home is, and the duplex was built. And then we also have the restaurant that was there as well. In 1947, it was being built. So that's kind of what happens in the world of history.
Did you miss me?
I did.
Here I am.
I couldn't find you.
I was hiding. We were playing hide and go seek.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, you did. So anyway, this was Hatcher and Sadler. They were building this ultra-modern funeral home, and it stands solid as a rock today.
I would hate to see what they had before ultra-modern.
Right there on the corner of Happy Valley Road and North Ray Street.
I was watching one of those History Channel shows a while back where they were talking about, like, how they used to bury people years ago, and they would have the hole with the string and the bell. And that way, if somebody woke up once they were in the ground, they could ding the bell.
Just have to, you have to have all these precautions, I guess.
I'm going to tell you right now, I would not want to be the bell watcher.
No, it's for whom the bell tolls.
There you go.
Right.
Is that where that came from?
No, it's not. Oh. In 1957, the Glasgow Republican reported this story, that donkey basketball, the world's craziest sport, comes to Temple Hill on December the 9th.
What?
This ball game, played from the backs of trained donkeys, is reputed to be wilder than a rodeo and funnier than a circus. All the local riders will be used for the exhibition, and the local boys have gone into serious training.
Is that a real thing?
It really is. Donkey basketball. It's been, it's pretty interesting. It's donkeys on a basketball court, and like well-known local folks will ride the donkey, and the donkey kind of knows to throw them around pretty good. It's actually hilarious.
I wish they would do that today.
It still happens. I don't think it's been done here in quite a while, but I'm pretty sure that
it is a real thing.
Donkey basketball. That's right. It really is.
Wow.
And then we'll see here in 1957. 1957, it was going on down at Temple Hill.
That's pretty cool.
Good place to have that happen. Here we are in 1967. Some more reasons for us to be proud around here. It was this day in 1967 that R.W. Todd Moore was appointed by Governor Louis B. Nunn as Aeronautics Commissioner for the Commonwealth of Kentucky. And R.W. Todd Moore is from Glasgow.
Well.
And he was appointed by the governor. Perhaps you've landed at the airport out here and seen the fact that it was named Moore Field.
Mm-hmm. I have.
There's Mr. Moore. There's the name right there. That was back in 1967 in the Glasgow Republican. 1977, here's a little weather report. And you can kind of get a little tongue-in-cheek.
Okay.
This was in the Glasgow Republican, where it reads, Barron County and surrounding counties received 2.5 inches of rain in a 24-hour period, accompanied by high winds and flooding. The Happy Valley area was, as usual, flooded. Of course, that was back in 1977. You know how well I remember that, and how inconvenient it was. The busy Happy Valley Road, it wasn't passable.
I grew up living by the cemetery in Cave City, and when it would rain a lot, there was a section of it that would flood.
Yeah.
And all the kids from the neighborhood would always run up there and run through it like it was the grandest thing ever.
You know, it's a nice little surprise some days. Not on a day when it's in December and it's.
Well, I mean, I look back now and it's like, it's probably wasn't. I don't know.
Well, it might have been dangerous at the time, but it didn't scare you.
We didn't wear helmets either, and we drank from the water hose.
1987, this day in the Glasgow Daily Times. This was the story. The Caverna JCs of the Horse Cave, Hart County area are sponsoring an angel tree to provide Christmas presents for needy children.
Well.
How's that for a pioneering group of folks?
I think that's awesome.
And, they had to explain a little bit more, an angel tree to provide Christmas presents for needy children. It's just a good thing that that has caught on because it's really, really, really makes a difference. And I know that the folks involved, actually I've seen a note somewhere from some of the folks involved in the Angel Tree program thanking folks for their generous involvement again
I mean, it makes you feel good to do something for somebody.
Yes, it does. 1997, this was the day that Barron County's PVA, Olene Hume Follis, announced that she was going to seek another term for that office. She served very well several terms there as the PVA, and that's Olene Hume Follis, 1997. And let's see, this is 2007.
10 years ago.
An article that was written in the Barron County Progress by Mr. Seaborn Elsie, who is a very knowledgeable gentleman. He knows a whole lot about a whole lot.
He cracks me up. Oh, my gosh, he cracks me up.
And he's a really good writer, too, and a good historian. And here in 2007, in his column, Way Back When, by Seaborn Elsie, it's reported that in December of 1956, the Caverna Freshman Citizenship Roll was announced. And here's the people being good citizens in 1956 at Caverna. It was Betty Gray, Gail Sanders, Kay Schuster, Janet Stenson, Mary White, Joyce Smith, Marie Pointer, and Geneva Dixon.
Well.
So there's what you have in the Progress 10 years ago, the Way Back When articles from Mr. Seaborn Elsie.
You had a look back in the look back.
That's right. It's a smart fella indeed.
He cracks me up.
Knows a lot.
Thank goodness for those modern funeral practices, too, by the way.
That's right. Down there, and we were just groundbreaking, so to speak, down at Hatcher and Sadler in 1947.
For whom the bell tolls.
That's right.
I think that might be why they named it.
Well, it could be. I don't know. I was making it up.
I'm going to Google it.
I wasn't thinking. All right. Thanks to the archivists, our sponsors, to Tony Hogan Health Clinic and Joseph A. Wade Industrial Hardware Services. We do thank them for sponsoring the program, and we do appreciate your involvement in spreading the word about interesting things from our past, which has shored up our present for sure. We'll on Monday, we'll look into some more December happenings here.
It's a brand new month.
On WCLU, that's right. December 1.
BR Tire. We're always on call, and we answer the call. We know that's what keeps our loyal customers coming back season after season, year after year. With so many vying for your business, improving our service is not just a good practice, it's a necessity. From our easy-to-navigate website to our easy-to-deal-with service department, we work hard to make it easy for you to choose us. No one keeps you rolling like BR Tire on Lovers Lane in Bowling Green and West Main Street in Glasgow.
Hi, I'm Fred Parrish here at Parrish Carpet in Glasgow, Kentucky. My parents started this business over 50 years ago, so we know flooring here at Parrish Carpet. We have a large showroom and a big selection in stock. We do custom binding and we do free estimates. We've served a lot of people in the 50+ years, and we'd like to thank each and every one of you. So if you have a flooring need, come see us at Parrish Carpet.
Glasgow Prescription Center is the culmination of my husband's professional career. When he took over GPC, he didn't want to be just good. He'd already done that. He wanted to be great. And I think his patients would agree that he's done just that. Could he get by with a smaller staff? Sure. The gift shop, the flower shop, delivery people, a brand new facility, none of those things are required to have a pharmacy, but that's why it's not just a good pharmacy, it's a great one. I'm really excited to see what Robert is going to do next because I know he's going to put his heart into it.
At Fire Pit Spirits, our #1 priority is responsibility. Number 2 and number 3 are our great service and our huge selection. So if you do drink alcohol, we want you to do so responsibly. Get the service you deserve in our store or in our convenient drive-through window. You can even call ahead at 678-BEER and we'll have it ready for you. We built our store from the ground up to ensure the largest selection and variety. But if we don't have what you're looking for, let us know. We appreciate your business here at Fire Pit Spirits in Glasgow.
At PBI.
All right. Thank you very much there, kids. We got to move forward here and tell you about some more birthdays that were called in while we were doing the archives. On Saturday, we need to say happy 4th birthday to Colin Ray Klein. Colin is 4 on Saturday. Sandy Bunch has a birthday on Saturday. Karen Jones has a birthday on Saturday as well. And then, I think I told you on Sunday, Evie Lee Tharp having a birthday. I believe I did do that. Today, we're patting on the back by a special request, Trina Rickard. It's Trina Rickard Day on the radio. If you happen to see Trina Rickard around town, the thing to do would be to pat her on the back and tell her she's good as gold from her friends here at WCLU and a little taste of Texas, where they're looking forward to seeing you this weekend.
Weather from the WCLU Weather Center. Brought to you by South Central Bank.
The best way to avoid holiday stress is with good planning. South Central Bank is ready to help you get started with their Christmas Club Savings Plan. You can open yours anytime throughout the year, and it pays a joyful 2.5% interest rate. The South Central Bank Christmas Club Savings allows you to deposit up to $100 per week for a maximum annual deposit of $5,200. Then a check will be mailed to you in mid-October. It's that simple and certainly not stressful. Get started at any South Central Bank office today. Member FDIC.
Careful on the roads early on. We are looking at some spotty, dense fog, so some areas seeing some limited visibility. We will work in the sunshine, though, and we are headed up to the mid to upper 50s. Tonight, clouds build in. Overnight low falls back to 34. Early clouds for Saturday, and then gradual clearing. Afternoon high near 60. We'll finish out the weekend on Sunday, and we will see plenty of sunshine, and we're headed up to 61 for the high. I'm Jeff Eno from the Weather Channel on WCLU, your home for local.
Let's see here. Let's look at the current conditions. The barometric pressure this morning is up at 30.22. No real wind out there, and the humidity is 100%. And let's see, in the rain gauge yesterday, for all the sprinkling back and forth, we got 6 100ths, 0.06 yesterday. Not a whole lot, but it's what it was. 33 at WCLU. This weather update brought to you this morning as a service of your friends located at South Central Bank.
At PBI Bank, we pride ourselves on providing great customer service with a hometown feel. We invite you to come in and meet our friendly staff who can help you apply for a mortgage, apply for an ag loan, open an account, or help with any other banking service. Trust PBI Bank to be your banking partner for personal or business accounts. Come visit or call us today. We are a Kentucky-based community bank serving the Commonwealth for more than a century. Stop in or visit online at pbibank.com to learn more about what we can offer you.
Lesenberry Do-It Center is Glasgow's only locally owned hardware store, and that means a lot to me. Lesenberry's has been in business for over 100 years. I walk in the store, they know who I am, and I get the help that I need. For me, Lesenberry's is the easiest place for me to shop, simply because it's a local family-owned business, and I feel comfortable when I'm there. And I'm glad there's still a place like that in Glasgow I can go to.
It's on Happy Valley Road in Glasgow. Call ahead at 678-BEER. This time of year, if you're not offering an incredible deal, you'll get lost in the holiday mix. Michelin knows. That's why Michelin Tires is teaming up with BR Tire in Glasgow and Bowling Green to get you a $70 MasterCard reward card after submission when you buy a set of 4 new Michelin passenger or light truck tires. This offer won't last long, expires December 11th. See dealer for details on this awesome offer from Michelin on West Main in Glasgow and Lovers Lane in Bowling Green. Nobody keeps you rolling like BR Tire.
Well, let me tell you about Katie Gilson Shepherd. Miss Katie Gilson Shepherd is celebrating today. It's her 33rd birthday today. And let's see, I believe we've been inundated with birthdays, which we really like that. But you know, there's something I want to tell you about, but I've lost my papers. So I certainly can't do it from memory. I'll take care of that. I'll take care of that here just in a minute. The Grand Marshal for the Christmas parade tomorrow night, of course, is the Glasgow Kiwanis Club, and they've got some ornaments that they are going to be selling, as well as this year's ornament. But also, there's a whole big bunch that they still have some from the years gone by. So we want to remind you of that. I'll get my notes over here just in a second and make sure that you get the full specifics on this. But, you know, those ornaments, I've been fortunate enough to have those ornaments. Tommy Jackson, a dedicated Kiwanian, has provided ornaments for a long time, and this year is not going to be any different, but certainly very deserving for them to be the Grand Marshals of the parade. Okay, it's time to play trivia today. Extreme Health says, let's have a good time today playing trivia, and maybe you can come by and bring your winning coupon and try out some new things at Extreme.
I'm Rock. Glasgow Prescription Center is the culmination of my husband's professional career. When he took over GPC, he didn't want to be just good. He'd already done that. He wanted to be great. And I think his patients would agree that he's done just that. Could he get by with a smaller staff? Sure. The gift shop, the flower shop, delivery people, a brand new facility, none of those things are required to have a pharmacy, but that's why it's not just a good pharmacy, it's a great one. I'm really excited to see what Robert is going to do next because I know he's going to put his heart into it.
Lesenberry Do-It.
Update. President Trump called an undocumented immigrant who...
Yeah, we're not going to listen to that story just yet. We're going to play trivia. So here we go. It's 651-9149 or 800-956-1023. Tomorrow night, the Glasgow Christmas Parade. Here's the trivia question. As far as history tells us, and we can agree on this, the first Christmas parade in Glasgow was in 1957. The trivia question today, what organization, that's not a trivia, hey, that's not even the official, you can kill that video, Mark, because that's not the question. So if you answer that question, you'll be wrong because I'm asking the question right now. The Christmas parade goes back to 1957. My question is, what organization, what group of people organized and put on the first Christmas parade? 651-9149, 800-956-1023. It was 1957. Who do you think?
Kiwanis Club?
No, it wasn't the Kiwanis Club, but that's a really good thought there with them being the Grand Marshal this year. Trivia.
BNPW Club.
No, it wasn't BNPW, but another great community club. Trivia.
JC's.
That's it. Who's this speaking?
Tammy Hensley.
Hey, Tammy Hensley, how are you doing?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm all right. 1957, to the Christmas parade. And here's a little more information on this, Tammy. The first Christmas parade, it was actually on the 14th day of December, and it was staged by the Glasgow JCs. It says here, in keeping with the rocket age, a surprise feature to be the appearance of a 7-foot Santa riding on a special rocket along the parade route. School floats, fraternal and civic floats will compete for prizes and a handsome trophy. Now here, Tammy Hensley, you're a smart person, and you know a lot about the history of this place. Let me tell you the names involved in this in 1957, the first ever Christmas parade. The committee was headed by Ralph Palmore, along with Louis Nunn, Robert Watson, Warren Willoughby, and B.D. Sandifer. That's
pretty neat.
Those were young JCs in 1957.
They would have been.
And they were the ones that said, hey, we got to put on a parade, and we can do it. And they did. And, those are some big names there of get-it-done types of folks there, Tammy.
Yes, that's a special childhood moment.
Yes, no question about it. And I know that we're looking forward to yet another great night tomorrow evening for the parade. I've been looking over the notes for tomorrow, and it's going to be a big parade, and it's going to be one you don't want to miss because the weather, Tammy, is going to be some of the better parade forecasts, I think.
It should be nice.
Okay. Well, thanks for tuning in here. You've won Extreme, and help you get out and see the parade, and have a good evening, okay?
Okay, we hope to be there. Thanks, Henry.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
All right, it's Tammy Hensley. She figured it out. It is what it actually is the parade that is tomorrow night, started back in 1957 with the JCs. And certainly we look forward to broadcasting the parade. Amy Bingham will join me with the parade broadcast, and we'll also be enjoying all the beautiful floats and some special things that we're going to be talking about real soon in the promotion of the parade. So hang with us here. We will enjoy that, and we'll play trivia again on Monday. So be sure and join us here at WCLU.
CBS News Update. President Trump calls it disgraceful. An undocumented immigrant who'd been in and out of prison for years has been found not guilty of murdering a young woman named Kate Steinle on a San Francisco pier. KPIX TV's Andrea Borba was in the courtroom.
It was stunned silence in there, absolute stunned silence. Nobody was anticipating that this would be the outcome, that it would only be a guilty on the felony in possession of a firearm, which has a very low standard of proof for a jury to come back with a guilty verdict.
CBS's Steve Futterman.
This case became a key part of last year's presidential campaign. President Trump, in many of his campaign stops, would refer specifically to Kate Steinle, mention her by name. And this was part of Mr. Trump's successful effort to make illegal immigration a major factor in the 2016 election.
The defense maintains Zarate fired the shot accidentally before it ricocheted off the pavement and hit Steinle. CBS News Update. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
This is WCLU Glasgow, WCLU FM Unfordville, W253BN Glasgow, services of Royce Radio Incorporated. At
hardware store, and that means a lot to me. Lessonberry's has been in business for over 100 years. I walk in the store, they know who I am, and I get the help that I need. For me, Lessonberry's is the easiest place for me to shop, simply because it's a local family-owned business, and I feel comfortable when I'm there. And I'm glad there's still a place like that in Glasgow I can go to.
You'll always get the best service and quality when you buy for less at Air Care Heating and Cooling. Don't be tricked into paying high prices. At Air Care Heating and Cooling, there's never any pressure. We'll get you the best and you'll buy for less. That's what everyone really wants, so get the deal you want today from Air Care Heating and Cooling.
We'll have you rocking and reeling when you see our dealing, and you'll buy for less.
from Air Care Heating and Cooling. Call them at 651-8780. That's 651-8780.
Sandy Kerr of Glasgow is proof that dental implants from Dr. Jim.
Here again. Oh yes, the holidays are upon us. At Bailey Gibson, Dad's in the holiday spirit and says sell 'em.
Come on, you know you want a new vehicle.
He's ready to make deals on all new Buick and GMCs on the lot. If a new car, truck, or SUV is on your wish list, the friendly staff at Bailey Gibson is ready to make your holidays much brighter. Stop by or give us a call.
Give my daddy a call on his flip phone.
Who will be the future face of Pedigo Lessenberry? Through expert analysis, we've confirmed their potential. With intense training, we've prepared them for any occurrence. We've taken their strengths and made them stronger. Now it's time to see what they're made of. Presenting the future face of ISU Pedigo Lessenberry Insurance.
Hello, I'm Jared Pursley.
And I'm Daniel Bird.
And we're more than prepared to serve you here at ISU Pedigo Lessenberry Insurance.
Growing with
Good morning. It's 33 degrees at 6 minutes after 7 o'clock on WCLU. Let's go to the newsroom for our second round of local news this morning. And here is WCLU News Director Angela Briggs. Good morning, Angela.
Good morning, Henry. A high-speed chase leaves 1 in jail and 2 in the hospital. Around 10 o'clock yesterday morning, State Police Trooper Jonathan Downs observed a suspicious vehicle parked at the Econo Lodge on Scottsville Road in Bowling Green. While attempting to make contact with the occupants of the 2017 Ford F-150 pickup, it fled the parking lot at a high rate of speed and onto Scottsville Road. Trooper Downs turned on his lights and sirens in an attempt to stop the vehicle. However, the truck continued south on Scottsville Road, where it entered northbound 65 at the 22-mile marker. While northbound on 65, occupants began throwing stolen items out of the windows of the pickup. The vehicle continued northbound on 65, reaching speeds of 110 miles an hour. The vehicle continued to the 58-mile marker in Horse Cave, where it got off the interstate, then got back on, headed south. The vehicle continued southbound, then got off I-65 at the 28-mile marker onto 31W South. Joel Williams, age 24, of Savannah, Georgia, was the driver of the truck. He lost control of the vehicle, striking a light pole and overturning near the 3100 block of 31W. Williams then exited the vehicle and fled the scene on foot, where he was apprehended shortly after. His passenger, 48-year-old Ann Rennick of Oregon, was transported to the medical center in Bowling Green. Rennick was admitted to the medical center while Williams was treated and released. A second passenger, 26-year-old Charles Hawkins of Florida, was initially taken to the medical center, later flown to Skyline in Nashville for serious but not life-threatening injuries. The operator, Joel Williams, was charged with 3 counts of tampering with physical evidence, receiving stolen property, 4 counts of wanton endangerment first degree of a police officer, along with numerous traffic-related charges. State police were assisted by the Kentucky State Police Interdiction Team, Post 3 troopers, and the Warren County Sheriff's Office. Glasgow police make an arrest around 3:30 Wednesday afternoon. Officer Stephen Field saw a black Chevy pickup truck on East Main Street cross the center line, then swerve back into the right lane, and the driver didn't appear to be wearing a seatbelt. Traffic stop was conducted. Officer Fields noted on the citation he could smell marijuana as he approached the truck. 26-year-old Brittany Lee Veal of Canmore was the driver. He asked her to get out of the vehicle, and she did give consent to search. When asked if she was in possession of anything illegal, Veal gave police a bag of marijuana, later weighing a little over 32 grams. In Veal's jacket pocket, Officer Fields found $30, and wrapped inside the bills was a small bag of meth. According to the citation, Veal admitted ownership of the marijuana, but not the meth. She was arrested, charged with possession of marijuana, possession of a controlled substance, and possession of drug paraphernalia. Would you like to give veterans a gift that only costs a little time? It would help a whole lot. Well, the gift you can give is to volunteer to be a driver for the Veterans Transportation Network. DAV Chapter 20 of Glasgow and Barron County is the coordinating organization in South Central Kentucky for the Veterans Transportation Network. Drivers are needed to take veterans to doctor's appointments in the Louisville and Nashville VA regions. A physical is required, provided free of charge by the VA, driver's license, background check, and a 4-hour training session. Once qualified, you can begin giving your gift. You get to spend time with veterans, providing an opportunity to hear their stories. You'll also get to visit with veterans from many areas while at the VA facilities and provide much needed company, and also enjoy having someone to talk to. If you're interested, you can contact DAV Chapter 20 Commander Mike Wilson, 502-780-3245 or 270-579-2525. And I've heard it said over and over that all news anymore is bad news. When breaking news scrolls across the screen, it's almost always followed by stories of tragedy or scandal. Here at WCLU, I thought we might try something different. Beginning this Monday and throughout the month of December, when you see breaking news in our headline, it'll be followed by a story of inspiration, of good things going on in this community, of people making a difference, or a story that captures the meaning of the holiday season. While we do try to cover as much as possible, we want to make sure we don't miss a story that you, our listeners, think is important. If there's something you think should be included in breaking news, you can certainly let us know by going to our Facebook page, search WCLU Radio. You can also call 651-9149 or email WCLUnews@glasgow-ky.com. Again, throughout the entire month of December here at WCLU, when you see a headline that reads breaking news, it'll certainly be something you'll want to read. Small things can lead to big things, and big things can make the whole community just a little bit better off. It's 7:11 a.m. on this finally Friday morning, a chilly 33 degrees.
Hi, I'm Fred Parrish here at Parrish Carpet in Glasgow, Kentucky. My parents started this business over 50 years ago, so we know flooring here at Parrish Carpet. We have a large showroom and a big selection in stock. We do custom binding and we do free estimates. We've served a lot of people in the 50-plus years, and we'd like to thank each and every one of you. So if you have a flooring need, come see us at Parrish Carpet.
The Glasgow EPB is on Facebook and Twitter. Be the first to know when the EPB makes improvements such as new channels or new services. Wondering what's going on during an outage? The EPB provides constantly updated information that you can receive via Twitter on your cell phone. Plus, learn great new tips to lower your bill. On Facebook, just search for Glasgow Electric Plant Board and click the like button at the top right. On Twitter, search for the Glasgow EPB, then follow us and have updates linked to your cell phone. The Glasgow EPB, bringing you the future fast.
In more local news, 3 Kentucky lawmakers are receiving special recognition today. State Representative Melinda Gibbons-Prunty, Senator Ralph Alvarado, and Senator Will Schroeder will be given the Champions for Justice Award at the Ending Sexual Assault and Domestic Violence Conference in Lexington. Deputy Director of the Kentucky Coalition Against Domestic Violence, Mary O'Doherty, says the trio championed legislation this year on behalf of survivors of sexual and domestic violence.
There were a lot of issues competing for their attention, and we greatly appreciate that they decided to use their platform to help survivors of sexual and domestic violence.
Eileen Rechtenwald with the Kentucky Association of Sexual Assault Programs says it's an honor to work with state leaders on these issues.
They understand what is needed and they step up. We're very happy about that.
The laws include new leasing protections for survivors of abuse, an update to the state's outdated mandatory domestic violence reporting law, and extending the statute of limitations for civil cases in sexual abuse. House Bill 309, sponsored by Prunty, allows victims with long-term protection orders to end a lease with 30 days' notice. O'Doherty says it can help lead to economic self-sufficiency and end the cycle of violence.
Folks are coming forward and talking about things that they have never spoken about before. They're getting to the point where they feel safe enough to do that.
Senate Bill 86 was added to Prunty's bill by Alvarado that requires mandatory education and referrals for all survivors of intimate partner violence. The laws went into effect on June 29th. And Louisville Gas and Electric and Kentucky Utilities announced that thanks to its customers who have embraced the utilities' energy efficiency programs, they've been able to offset roughly the same amount of energy that equates to building a new power plant. The utility set a goal in 2008 of saving about 500 megawatts of capacity, and to date, with the year remaining for the existing program, they have essentially reached their goal. And in local 911 activity, there was a motor vehicle accident with injury on North Ray Street around 1 o'clock yesterday. Glasgow Fire, EMS, and police responded. And there was a house fire on Wall Street in Cave City. Cave City Fire, Heistville, Park City Fire Departments, along with Cave City Police and Barron Metcalf EMS responded. And don't forget, coming up this weekend, we've got the Glasgow Christmas Parade on Saturday at 6 p.m. Now, Saturday morning, Park City's parade is going to be at 10 a.m., and so is Horse Caves. Munfordville's coming up at 11. With WCLU Local News, I'm Angela Briggs. At 7:15 a.m., still 33 degrees.
The news you depend on. Live and local news. WCLU News. Depend on it.
I'm Jared Pursley. And I'm Daniel Bird. As recent history tells us, disasters can happen. It's impossible to prepare for everything, but it is possible to prepare for what happens next. And that's where we come in. At ISU Pettigo Lessenberry Insurance Agency, we can provide you with many options as an independent agency. And it's our job to make sure you know about all the what-ifs so that your policy has you prepared for what happens next. So just ask us. We'd be honored that you did. Just give us a call at 651-8837. We're ISU Pettigo Lessenberry Insurance Agency, growing with a proud community since 1902.
Kentucky News Network. I'm Jaleesa Chapman. The opioid crisis in America is the focus of a U.S. Senate hearing that includes a Bevin administration official. Ed Huckleberry has your details.
Last year, overdoses killed more than 1,400 Kentuckians. In a Senate hearing, Kentucky Justice Cabinet Secretary John Tilley testified naloxone is critical to saving lives.
We've also been able to up the distribution of naloxone in ways that has never been seen. And I would submit to you that we need over-the-counter naloxone. It's the only use we have for that is to battle back and reverse these overdoses.
Tilley says addicts being released from Kentucky prisons are treated with naltrexone to help reduce relapses. I'm Ed Huckleberry.
And Senate Republicans are pushing hard to complete a massive tax bill. Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell says it is the most comprehensive update of the federal tax code in 3 decades. A former Kentucky State Board of Election staff member files a lawsuit against Secretary of State Allison Lundergan Grimes. Matthew Self claims he was fired in retaliation for accusing the Secretary of State's office of improperly gathering voter information during campaigns. Former Louisville basketball coach Rick Pitino has filed a breach of contract against the university. Paul Miles has that story.
The 19-page suit filed in federal court in Louisville alleges the university's athletic association breached Pitino's employment contract in 2 ways. First, the school had no legally justified cause to fire Pitino in October. The former coach maintains he played no part in a scheme to funnel money to a recruit. The lawsuit also alleges U of L fired Pitino without providing him a required 10-day advance notice and opportunity to be heard. Pitino wants the balance of his contract. The suit is seeking $4.3 million for the next 9 years. That's just under $40 million. I'm Paul Miles.
I'm Jaleesa Chapman.
This is the Kentucky News Network.
You're going to need me.
You're going to need us.
Hello.
That'll be $349.07. Sir, I can't take that, and that's only about $120 anyway.
But the Magic Man pays 3 times face value at Glasgow Coin and Jewelry. Watch this.
We can make that happen.
Top dollar guaranteed.
Not to be confused with Magic Mike.
BR Tire. We're always on call and we answer the call. We know that's what keeps our loyal customers coming back season after season, year after year. With so many vying for your business, improving our service is not just a good practice, it's a necessity. From our easy-to-navigate website to our easy-to-deal-with service department, we work hard to make it easy for you to choose us. No one keeps you rolling like BR Tire on Lovers Lane in Bowling Green and West Main Street in Glasgow.
Nothing comes before coffee.
How can I help you, gentlemen?
That's why we're introducing a whole new line of espresso drinks from McCafe. Nothing comes before coffee.
How can I help you, gentlemen?
That's why we're introducing a whole new line of espresso drinks from McCafe.
Lessenberry Do-It Center is Glasgow's only locally owned hardware store, and that means a lot to me. Lessenberry's has been in business for over 100 years. I walk in the store, they know who I am, and I get the help that I need. For me, Lessenberry's is the easiest place for me to shop, simply
next to the TJ Health Pavilion.
719 and 33 degrees at WCLU. Let's turn to local sports. The Glasgow boys basketball team will open its season tonight in the second game of a girl-boy doubleheader against Greenwood at Scotty Gym. That begins at 6 o'clock tonight. Joe Myers, Larry Alexander, and Bruce Tribune will have the broadcast of both games starting at 5:50 on Light 102.3, on WCLU 1490, and online at WCLUradio.com or playwclu.com. In other girl-boy doubleheaders, Barron County hosts South Warren. Monroe County plays at Metcalfe County. Caverna visits Hart County, and Edmonson County goes to Warren East. In boys action tonight, it's Allen County Scottsville traveling to Russellville, and Warren Central welcomes Owensboro Apollo. And, of course, tonight we'll have at 9 o'clock the live scoreboard show. Rick Shaw and company from the statewide headquarters in Lexington will give us a rundown of all the scores. That's at 9 o'clock following our broadcasts of Glasgow Scotty basketball here on WCLU.
Seeing lots of sun for Friday. Some folks starting off the day with some of the spotty, dense fog. We are going to run the temperature up to the mid to upper 50s. Now for tonight, the clouds build in. The overnight low falls to 34. We've got the early clouds for Saturday, and then look for the gradual clearing, high near 60. We'll finish out the weekend with sunshine on Sunday, and we're headed up to 61 for the afternoon high. We'll start to see opportunities for rain as we kick off the work week. Jeff Eno from the Weather Channel on WCLU, your home for local.
Thank you, Jeff. Current conditions, the barometer's at 30.22, 100% humidity, calm winds, and 6/100.06 in the rain gauge this morning here at WCLU. It is 7:21.
Spirits, our number one priority is responsibility. Number 2 and number 3 are our great service and our huge selection. So if you do drink alcohol, we want you to do so responsibly. Get the service you deserve in our store or in our convenient drive-thru window. You can even call ahead at 678-BEER and we'll have it ready for you. We built our store from the ground up to ensure the largest selection and variety. But if we don't have what you're looking for, let us know. We appreciate your business here at Fire Pit Spirits in Glasgow.
TJ Regional Health offers a vast array of medical services in our community. The TJ Health Pavilion is home to over 35 family and specialty physicians, outpatient services center, the TJ Urgent Care, and the TJ Pavilion Pharmacy. The TJ Health Cave City Clinic is a walk-in medical care facility providing care 7 days a week with no appointment necessary. Stop by and visit one of our locations today.
Who will be the future face of Pedigo Lessenberry? Through expert analysis, we've confirmed their potential. With intense training, we've prepared them for any occurrence. We've taken their strengths and made them stronger. Now it's time to see what they're made of. Presenting the future face of ISU Pedigo Lessenberry Insurance.
Hello, I'm Jared Pursley.
And I'm Daniel Bird.
And we're more than prepared to serve you here at ISU Pedigo Lessenberry Insurance.
Growing with a proud community since 1902.
At PBI Bank, we pride ourselves on providing great customer service with a hometown feel. We invite you to come in and meet our friendly staff who can help you apply for a mortgage, apply for an ag loan, open an account, or help with any other banking service. Trust PBI Bank to be your banking partner for personal or business accounts. Come visit or call us today. We are a Kentucky-based community bank serving the Commonwealth for more than a century. Stop in or visit online at pbibank.com to learn more about what we can.
It is 7:23 at WCLU, waking up with a temperature reading of 33 degrees here. And let's see, what do we want to do? I want to tell you about Ralphie's Fun Center, bringing you the birthdays. We're going to review the birthdays here in just a second and kind of let you know who all's celebrating. And we've got a special guest here to talk about the Christmas parade, so stay right there.
When was the last time you got your... You ask? When you're winning prizes and lining up the score in the arcade, you're getting your Ralphie on. When you're dancing under the lights on roller skates, you've turned on your inner Ralphies. When you bring your coworkers to bowl in the business league, your office staff has clocked in on Ralphie's time. If you suffer from symptoms such as lack of fun, feeling bored, if you get frequent urges to act like it's your birthday, or if you're just not smiling enough, you need to go to Ralphie's.
WCLU's live and local morning show on all your favorite social media platforms, WCLUradio.com and EPB Channel 6.
With you, we've got Linda Dixon having a birthday. Patricia Pickett is celebrating. We have Allie Farrell. We see last hour we sounded the 40 gong for Crystal Gorbett, the big 4-0. Amber Jones with a birthday. Ryan Timothy Scott is 3 years of age. Happy birthday to Tiffany Kearney. Raina Russell is 12 today. Morgan Heron celebrates. Andrea Harden. Adriana Smith. Adriana is 10 today. We also have twins Chris Peden and Ken Garrett. Twin brothers Chris Peden and Ken Garrett today. Norma Vance for the birthday. Virginia Knuckles is 56. Now all of Virginia's grandkids called up and said, we got to wish Miss Virginia a happy 56th birthday, and we're glad to be doing that. We also have Katie Gilson Shepherd today is 33. On Saturday, we've got folks like Karen Jones, Sandy Bunch, Colin Ray Klein is 4 tomorrow. Delcy Wiley is 87 tomorrow. Karen Davis, Christian Solomon's going to be 1. Trenton Malachi, Jim Phillips. And then we've got the Napiers, Jackie and Shirley, with an anniversary on Saturday. Sunday anniversary for Stanley Davis and Tammy Wilson. Birthdays for Evie Lee Tharp. Skylar Moss is going to be a teenager. And that's 13 for Skylar Moss on Sunday. Amanda Brown Wyatt with a birthday. Debbie Coulter, Bill Phillips, James Smith, and Tommy Gray. 651-9149 or 800-956-1023. Online here from WCLUradio.com. And don't forget, it's Trina Rickert Day here on the radio. If you happen to see Trina Rickert around town, you need to pat her on the back and tell her she's good as gold. From WCLU and a little taste of Texas.
Are you looking for your dream home or perhaps dreaming of your first home? Then come see me, Gay Parker at Citizen.
Hi, I'm Fred Parrish here at Parrish Carpet in Glasgow, Kentucky. My parents started this business over 50 years ago, so we know flooring here at Parrish Carpet. We have a large showroom and a big selection in stock. We do custom binding and we do free estimates. We've served a lot of people in the 50+ years, and we'd like to thank each and every one of you. So if you have a flooring need, come see us at Parrish Carpet.
Glasgow Prescription Center is the culmination of my husband's professional career. When he took over GPC, he didn't want to be just good. He'd already done that. He wanted to be great. And I think his patients would agree that he's done just that. Could he get by with a smaller staff? Sure. The gift shop, the flower shop, delivery people, a brand new facility, none of those things are required to have a pharmacy, but that's why it's not just a good pharmacy.
27 and 33 degrees here at WCLU this morning. We're fortunate to have a special guest in the studio to talk about the Glasgow Barron County Community Christmas Parade. And this is from the perspective of the Grand Marshals. The Glasgow Kiwanis Club is the Grand Marshal of this year's Christmas Parade. And we have Matt Mutter, who is the president of the Glasgow Kiwanis Club this year. And Matt, welcome to the radio and the TV, and thanks so much for stopping by to talk about the Kiwanis Club, sir.
Yes, sir. We're proud to be the
There's a switch off down there. I'll get it. Hold on. That's why I don't like microphones with switches on. They're always off.
Yeah, good morning, Henry. Like you said, I am the president this year, and we are very honored to be the Grand Marshal of the parade this year. It was a surprise when the Chamber of Commerce made their decision, and of course everybody knows they do an excellent job on the parade every year, and it's a big honor to be the Grand Marshal.
It really is. And, you know, there's been, if you think about it over the years, lots of different Grand Marshals representing lots of different parts of our community. The Kiwanis Club represents a very important part of our community because as far as history of supporting things, of establishing things, and initiating things, the Kiwanis Club has quite a history for sure.
Yes, it does. And actually, a little special part of information, this is our 50th anniversary of being a club in Glasgow, and I think that played a big part in us being chosen as the Grand Marshal as well.
You know, it's hard, and with the change in times, civic organizations are always striving to have good members, and I know the Kiwanis Club is full of good members, but you gotta have good leadership to keep it rolling, you know?
You know, we always need new members.
Yeah.
You know, we have younger people coming in now. We have more women in our club now. It seemed to be an all male club there for a while, but we have more younger women coming in. Energetic young people, business people in the community that are, you know, we want to help the children of the community. One of our biggest projects of the year is the Christmas shopping coming up, and we take 50 kids each year and take them shopping, Christmas shopping. You know, children that normally wouldn't get very much for Christmas and wouldn't have a very good Christmas. So that's really our biggest project of the year, and we're getting ready to kick that off here in a few days.
I have known several people who have been involved in that, and you talk about a rewarding experience. I know, of course, they just sort of, you just kind of, they don't blast out all this business of taking the kids. Y'all just do it. But then again, if you've known somebody who's done it, there's a certain glow that they get after having been able to take these kids shopping.
Right. When you take the kids shopping, you would think they want to go straight to the toy aisle, you know, and buy a lot of toys, but it's not like that. They want, you know, they need socks and shoes and coats, and they usually want to get something for a little brother or a little sister or their mom or dad too. So it really is a rewarding experience.
Yes, it does, and certainly it's something that through the works that you all do, fundraising, you're able to fund this. And
that's right.
Let's talk for a minute. That's where I can segue into this year's Christmas ornament that y'all are selling right now.
Right.
$10 each. This is featuring the Veterans Wall of Honor. Now, that is a touching way to celebrate the holidays.
Well, each year we try to come up with a different landmark in the Barron County area to feature on our ornament, and this year we chose the Veterans Wall, and being Veterans Day just passed a couple of weeks ago, it was a really big seller over that weekend, and we still have plenty of them left. It's $10 a piece, and we have several of them left from the last 10 or 15 years too, from other landmarks. You know, if you want to get a complete set of them, let us know. We'll cut you a good deal on those, and you can get a complete set of all the Kiwanis ornaments.
I believe there's 15 years prior that you've done it.
Right.
1896 Barron County Courthouse, Houchins First Store, Barron River State Park Lodge, the Plaza Theater, Dutch Mill Village, Glasgow High School on Liberty Street, Ralph Bunch High School, Temple Hill High School, Hiceville High School, Barron County High School, and Lyra B. Mitchell Clubhouse. Those are the ornaments from the past, and of course the Veterans Wall of Honor is going to be one that's going to be very treasured for years to come, Matt.
Right. And again, we're always looking for new members. We used to meet at 6 a.m. on Wednesday mornings, and it was kind of hard for some people to get there. They had to get kids to school and get to work. But we now meet at 12 noon at George J's. Come join us for lunch. I'll buy your lunch the first week, and next week you can join us and start coming and meet with us every Wednesday morning. We need new members to keep this club going and keep doing projects and doing good things for the children of this community.
You need good leaders, and I think you certainly are one of many who have been good leaders there.
Thank you. I couldn't do it without the whole club. We've got about 44 members right now, and everybody just pitches in. We've got people that have been in the club for years, like Tommy Jackson and Doug Hatchett, and the list, Freddie Norris, the list goes on and on. But we've got new people now too, like Katie Fields and Matt Compton, and we've got new energetic people coming in with ideas, and we're really excited. It's a great time for Kiwanis in Glasgow.
Yes, indeed. It sounds good, and we're looking forward to seeing you all out there in your position of honor. I don't know if you want to. Are y'all going to be walking, riding?
We're going to do both. We're going to have some walking, passing out candy. We're going to have some riding. We'll have a lot of kids on our float.
Well, that's wonderful. Yep. Matt Mutter, congratulations for being the president of the Kiwanis Club and for being the president of the club that is the grand marshal of our Christmas parade, which kicks off at 6 o'clock tomorrow evening.
We're excited about it. Thank you, Henry.
Thank you, Matt. That's Matt Mutter with us here live, and certainly a good spin on the way things are going to start off tomorrow night, the Grand Marshal of the Parade, and we look forward to it. It is 7:34.
Good morning.
It's that time of year again. Oh yes, the holidays are upon us. At Bailey Gibson, Dad's in the holiday spirit and says sell 'em.
Come on, you know you want a new vehicle.
He's ready to make deals on all new Buick and GMCs on the lot. If a new car, truck, or SUV is on your wish list, the friendly staff at Bailey Gibson is ready to make your holidays much brighter. Stop by or give us a call.
Give my daddy a call on his flip phone.
Everyone wants to know when McRib will be back, including Jamie, who shared that you must answer its call. Jamie, McRib is back. You posted, and we answered. McRib is back. Answer its call for a limited time, only at McDonald's.
Nothing comes before coffee.
How can I help you, gentlemen?
That's why we're introducing a whole new line of espresso drinks from McCafe.
Do you drop your change in the bottom of your purse? Did you know that loose change could help someone struggling to pay their electric bill? The Glasgow EPB has partnered with Community Relief for a new roundup program. By agreeing to have your EPB bill rounded to the next highest dollar, the change will be provided to Community Relief to help the less fortunate here in our community. Your spare pennies can make a huge difference for those struggling to pay for their vital electricity. If you're interested in the program, please call the Glasgow EPB at 651-8341.
Lesenberry Do-It Center is Glasgow's only locally owned hardware store, and that means a lot to me. Lesenberry's has been in business for over 100 years. I walk in the store, they know who I am, and I get the help that I need. For me, Lesenberry's is the easiest place for me to shop, simply because it's a local family-owned business, and I feel comfortable when I'm there. And I'm glad there's still a place like that in Glasgow I can go to.
Who will be the future face of Pedigo Lesenberry? Through expert analysis, we've confirmed their potential. With intense training, we've prepared them for any occurrence. We've taken their strengths and made them stronger. Now it's time to see what they're made of. Presenting the future face of ISU Pedigo Lesenberry Insurance.
Hello, I'm Jared Pursley.
And I'm Daniel Bird.
And we're more than prepared to serve you here at ISU Pedigo Lesenberry Insurance.
Growing with a proud community since 1902.
Hello.
That'll be $349.07. Sir, I can't take that, and that's only about $120 anyway.
But the Magic Man pays 3 times face value at Glasgow Coin and Jewelry. Watch this.
We can make that happen.
Top dollar guaranteed.
Not to be confused with Magic Mike.
At Fire Pit Spirits, our #1 priority is responsibility. Number 2 and number 3 are our great service and our huge selection. So if you do drink alcohol, we want you to do so responsibly. Get the service you deserve in our store or in our convenient drive-through window. You can even call ahead at 678-BEER and we'll have it ready for you. We built our store from the ground up to ensure the largest selection and variety. But if we don't have what you're looking for, let us know. We appreciate your business here at Fire Pit Spirits in Glasgow.
TJ Regional Health offers a vast array of medical services in our community. The TJ Health Pavilion is home to over 35 family and specialty physicians, outpatient services center, the TJ Urgent Care, and the TJ Pavilion Pharmacy. The TJ Health Cave City Clinic is a walk-in medical care facility providing care 7 days a week with no appointment necessary. Stop by and visit one of our locations today.
At PBI Bank, we pride ourselves on providing great customer service with a hometown feel. We invite you to come in and meet our friendly staff who can help you apply for a mortgage, apply for an ag loan, open an account, or help with any other banking service. Trust PBI Bank to be your banking partner for personal or business accounts. Come visit or call us today. We are a Kentucky-based community bank serving the Commonwealth for more than a century. Stop in or visit online at pbibank.com to learn more.
7:38, we're at 33 degrees this morning from WCLU. Let me get the Tidbit Singers up here so we can do some tidbits.
From the north, south, east, west, NEWS, here's the latest news.
From around the world and up the street, we're doing a little tidbit news right here.
Good morning.
We've got Mark Jones, who's going to set in on the tidbit news here.
Wild morning this morning. Doing
it is
good.
wild. You know what? That's what we do. We really like wild mornings.
That's right.
It makes us, we're proving our worth and honing our skills.
That's exactly right. Waking up good.
And seeing what we need to do better at, too,
Yep.
I might add. You know,
Absolutely.
That's one of the cooler things that we learn.
Well, it's been cool to come on at WCLU, just learn all this stuff, so I'm enjoying it.
That's
Absolutely.
good. Lots to learn. Let me tell you about some tidbit news today.
Let's do it.
This is sort of a tongue-in-cheek story. There's not really much to it, but it's interesting. Walmart has pulled a T-shirt offered by an outside seller from its online store. This after a journalist advocacy group told the retailer it found the shirt threatening. Okay, here's the T-shirt. If you've already bought this, which I don't think you probably have, but it's going to be a collector's item. All right.
Okay. All right.
Here we go. The shirt reads: rope, period. Tree, period. Journalist, period. Some assembly required.
Oh my!
That's what the shirt says.
Nice. That's just that's classic right there. You know, I mean, I know the journalists have been in the news lately, you know, with the anchors and the scandals and stuff. But I don't know about. I would look out for anybody who would run around with a rope, huh?
In a statement, Walmart says the shirt violates its policy and removed it when it learned of it.
What policy is it? Like bonehead?
Yeah, that's right. Just don't advocate hanging people.
Why do you have to have a policy
you
that
just
says
do.
that?
The Radio, Television, Digital News Association says Walmart notified it about 5 hours after its complaint that the shirt was being removed. So you see, if you bought one already, you bought something that's going to be a collector's item.
Well, yeah, and kudos to Walmart for being on top of a customer complaint that quickly, actually. For a company that big to answer something that fast.
And they didn't have to, debate it much. Yep, nope, zip it.
I'm
It's
pretty
gone
sure that
now.
was cut and dry.
Yeah, whose rights were violated by taking it off of the shelf.
Oh, man, that's terrible.
All right, this story is out of California this morning. A grenade dropped off at a Goodwill. Good grief, somebody says here. Somebody left a hand grenade inside of a box of donations dropped off at a Goodwill store in Southern California.
Oh, my goodness.
Police say the store workers found the grenade as they sorted through a bunch of donations. That'll wake you up.
Well, I thought it was an alarm clock. I didn't.
To undonate the grenade, police evacuated neighboring businesses and dispatched a bomb squad to safely retrieve the device. Now,
well, I was in the military. I was in the Army, and we used to listen. We could hear the grenade range from the barracks, and it was 7 miles away. Mm-hmm. And the reason I know it was 7 miles is because we had to march there one time. But anyway, that's a heck of a goodwill.
Yeah, well, think about the catastrophe that it could be.
Yeah. I'm wondering. I'm just thinking. How did, first of all, did the person who had it to begin with have it to donate? And
I guess
then
they were scared of having it and wanted to get rid of it.
Well, yeah.
That's what I think.
Just drop it in the Goodwill.
Anyway, that's could have been disastrous there.
Indeed.
Folks need to think about that.
Yeah.
And finally, this story here. You thought hordes of middle school kids changing classes between periods would be hectic? Try throwing a deer into the mix. A deer darted through the hallways of a Mississippi school the other day, startling students as they were arriving for classes. Students and others at Enterprise Middle School jumped out of the way, and no one was injured.
Oh, wow.
The principal says the doe bloodied its nose when it rammed its face into a window 3 times, but eventually it escaped through an open door and back into the woods.
Well, it's good. It's glad that he escaped the middle schoolers. Because,
that could be the deer probably said, "Get me out of here."
I've been in a room full of them. It can be at times. Yeah, it can be.
Yeah,
but they're fun. Yeah, they're good. They're a good group.
That's what we have here in the way of tidbit news,
good one,
Mark.
today.
And so we'll keep working, and Monday we'll resume and have some more tidbits.
Big stuff Monday. Look out.
That's right.
If you find yourself in need of an attorney who specializes in family cases, you want someone who knows all the ins and outs of the case. Tracy Peppers has experience outside of her law practice that gives her an insight not all attorneys can match.
I have spent my career helping families in need as a social worker, CDW, and family advocate. Call me, Tracy Peppers, attorney at law, for all your family law needs at 270-651-7101 or stop by 222 West Washington Street here in Glasgow.
Hi, this is Alan Fleener from Pharmacy Express. We believe that being a good neighbor pharmacy is more than just a catch.
We can offer you.
TJ Regional Health offers a vast array of medical services in our community. The TJ Health Pavilion is home to over 35 family and specialty physicians, outpatient services center, the TJ Urgent Care, and the TJ Pavilion Pharmacy. The TJ Health Cave City Clinic is a walk-in medical care facility providing care 7 days a week with no appointment necessary. Stop by and visit one of our locations today.
Would you like to choose when you pay your electric bill? With EPB iPay, you can. iPay allows you to draft money into your electric account online or at our office. The myusage.com website lets you keep track of how much electricity you're using and lets you know your current balance. When your account's getting low, you can get reminders to add more money to your electric account by text or email.
Today, we are patting on the back by special request, Trina Rickard. It's Trina Rickard Day here on the radio. And if you happen to see Trina around today, you need to pat her on the back and tell her she's as good as gold from her friends here at WCLU and a little taste of Texas. We're talking about Christmas parades. We haven't mentioned the Boyce Community Christmas Parade Sunday on Highway 240. Entry fee for the parade participants is to bring a new unopened toy for the Toys for Tots program. It's kind of a neat admission there. It's out on Highway 240 on Sunday afternoon. Also want to remind you, coming up, we've got the Cave City Christmas Parade is next weekend. The parade will be held on the 9th at 5 p.m., and the Grand Marshal is going to be Rolling Thunder, another worthwhile group to honor for sure. Applications for the 2017 Christmas Parade are now available at the Cave City Chamber of Commerce. It can be downloaded from www.caveCityChamber.com. And let's see, one more thing to remind you about. We've got Saturday, tomorrow, Emily's Big Benefit Bash at the Smiths Grove Baptist Church. And at the Smiths Grove Baptist Church, there's going to be a lot of stuff going on for this Emily's Big Benefit Bash, including a chili supper and a cakewalk and live music starting at 3. The live auction will begin at 5. Arthur Hatfield and Buck Creek and South Union providing the entertainment. In addition to chili, they're going to be serving hot dogs, chips, drinks, and, of course, some sweets. And this, of course, is to help with the medical and the travel expenses as Emily travels to the Cancer City in Houston for treatment of brain cancer. Here's a contact number this morning, 646-5219, and you can talk to Beverly about that.